Okay, so today I will be explaining my dot files. So to get my dot files, they're on source site. You can find them at this URL, and to clone them, you can use this URL. Starting with the files that you get. Firstly, you'll get .git and .build.yaml. This you can ignore them. They're just for my source site things. Also, license you can ignore. Now, unicode.txt is just a huge list of uh, characters or Unicode symbols with their descriptions. Now there is a script to update the unicode.txt files. I will be coming to that. Also, package list foreign. This is just a list of packages installed outside the Arch repositories. So basically just the AUR. And for native, it's just packages installed using actual Arch repos. Okay, now let's come to the README. To install them, what I'm assuming is that you have installed Arch Linux and you're using the Arch install script. So, I mean, this may work with other install methods, or maybe some parts may work with other operating system or other distros, but I have not tested this. Uh, Within the Arch install scripts, there's some specific things. So, I'm assuming that the bootloader is grub. There's only one section which changes the grub theme. So if you don't use grub, you'll just have to worry about that one section. As for the audio server being pipewire, there's nothing in my configuration that explicitly uses pipewire. uh, so but I have not tested my setup with like pulse audio or also or whatever, so just be careful. Network configuration, so this is used at the end of the installation to change the DNS service to quad 9. If you are using something else, you would have to adapt it. Now, as for the multi-lib repository, I don't really use it, but I just enabled it because I think chaotic AUR requires it. And even if it doesn't, like I sometimes use Wine for testing. So yeah. Now, so as I say, there's some things which are specific to my system. So, for example, there are some scripts which will be querying the past database or auth source, or they will assume that such certain GPG key exists. So you would just be careful when installing. I mean, it will not break your system, but just you will get stuck. Okay, now if you open install.org, just a little thing about org mode or org babel tangle. This is basically a system that lets you write code in org mode files. Uh, Now, if you're asking what is org mode, that's basically Markdown but better. I mean, you can watch System Crafters or David Wilson's video if you want. Yeah, he actually goes into it in very good detail, very good manner, and with great detail. So, what we're setting here is that for every file that has the header args, which is basically if it's a uh, if it's a source block with sh, it will automatically be given a shebang of user bin and sh. So what this does is basically I don't have to write this thing this every time. Okay. Okay, now to install, firstly, the way you install is you run the scripts that are generated from the install.org file. But to actually generate those scripts, you have to tangle the install.org file. What tangling is basically it will take this code block and it will put it into tmp install bootstrap. It will take this and put it into tangle. So that's basically what uh, this thing tangling is. However, when you install Arch Linux freshly, you will not have the Emacs package, and also a lot of the things in desktop.org require a do as. So do as is a pseudo replacement. You can watch Mental Outlaw about that. So what I'm doing is, when you install, you will not have Emacs. You have to copy paste this and put it in your terminal. uh, one thing that you have to be careful is this these options which allow my user to access root without a password. This is probably insecure for most or for a lot of people, so just be careful if you're using this. So after you do this, you again have to copy and paste this command, this, because it will not be tangled yet. After you do this, what will happen is in your tmp directory, or actually I will use emacs. Okay, it will create this folder called install, and it will put all of these scripts. They are marked as executable, they have the proper shebang line, everything, it's done. So uh-uh. So after you do this, uh you have to uncomment the chaotic AUR from etc pacman.com. If I just show you, basically you have to comment out these two lines. The reason is because we have not actually installed or enabled the chaotic AUR yet. So if you try to run pacman before commenting this, it will fail. Now it will not do it because I'm in a root control directory. But I mean, if you want to see how it's done in Emacs, just you can do this. I will not save it. Okay, after this, this is a script to basically install Paru. Paru is an AUR helper. Um, okay, after you tangle, you don't really have to copy paste. You can just do tmp install AUR.sh. After that, you have to do it with chaotic AUR. Now, you would probably have to be mindful of the key, because in case this key gets compromised, then they would release a new key. So just be careful if you're installing. So again, just do chaotic AUR. But the thing is, you have to do all of these in order. Okay, after you've done this, now you remember we commented pacman.conf. Now, if we tangle all files again, it will override our comment. So it will make it like this again, basically. So, but this time to tangle all files, you do not have to copy paste this command. You can just run this. Okay. After this is the main time consuming step where it just updates the repository database, and it will install all the packages that are needed. Now you would probably want to go over this list and remove whatever you don't need, and this one as well. Uh, After this, and also I'm using AUR packages, so if you consider them insecure, or the chaotic AUR, if you consider that insecure, just be careful. After this is done, that's actually most of the system done. After that, we just change the shell to ZSH. So we just run this command and change it to ZSH. After that, basically, I went through my system and I saw, okay, these are the list of systemd services that I'm using. So I made a list of them. And whenever I install new things, if I want to keep that thing permanently, and if it has a systemd service that I enable, I just put it in here. So it makes it easy to reinstall. Now, there's this tool called Vido tool, which is an X2 tool replacement for Wayland. But for it to be able to run properly, your user needs to be in the input group. So we do this. Okay, now HyperPM. This is basically a plugin manager kind of thing for Hyperland. Um, you can run this, but you will have to rerun this after you actually install your system and open up a graphical session. Otherwise, it will fail. Okay. One more query that you might have is, why am I running this again? This is because there's a package called Hypersheet, which I will come to in the next episodes. It's basically a blue light filter. So, okay, wait. Uh-huh. Okay, this thing. So uh, I have it set so that it will turn on the blue light filter at 7 p.m. and start it at 4 a.m. But anyways, back to the topic. Um, when you run Hypershare install, it will actually generate the systemd timer files, and after that you have to re-enable the service so that it picks up the correct timings. So that's why I'm running the command again. Now there's some Go programs that I use. First is cliphist.wofi.img. Basically, it's so let's see. I have some stuff in my keyboard, right? If I put a command which is basically bound to super C, I get this list which has all of my previous clipboard history. Uh, Now what program does is it allows me to basically put images in there in the proper formatting as well. YQ is a JQ wrapper for YAML files, and these two I will actually cover in the next video probably. It's basically for showing this uh, HJ date and for showing the prayer time. Okay, now um, there's a package called find like, which um, if I just go to okay, I'll just go to this. So this is just a bunch of AI generated blog posts for testing. If I run and uh, find like with no uh, arguments, let's say on this file, it will print files in the current directory which are similar to it. Now here it will print the same file again. There's command line options for it, and I will make a separate video about this static synapses thing. But the thing is, it requires Python 3.10 uh, and Arch Linux has Python 3.12. So it gets a bit tricky. For that, what I'm using is I make a virtual environment here. Then I make a virtual environment with Python. Oh, I make a directory here. Then I make a virtual environment with Python 3.10. Then I install FindLake over there, and then I symlink it. Now, actually, I did not know it at that point, but if I okay, so now find like the executable bit is removed. I did not actually realize at that point that I can uh, use pipex for this. So so you don't actually have to do this. I will update this after this video, but you can just do pipex install find like, and you may have to run it with um okay, these these two mm, arguments. Okay, now the reason I installed find like is there's this org similarity packages org similarity package, which basically is an Emacs wrapper for find like. Now it currently it is not showing this directory, but it's showing my orgrom directory because